Bonjour à tous, my name is Melisande and I live in France, though I'm not French. Now for many years now I've been collecting old French papers, such as the ones that you'll see in this video. So I have a website called Vintage in History because I love anything old and I love anything to do with French history. And you'll find digital downloads of antique documents such as these ones and other vintage paper ephemera. Now, what I love about my digitals is that what you see is what you get. So all my products are just scans of the originals, completely unaltered. So for a fraction of the cost, you can get what is going to look like the original, but you can use it for many more purposes. So today I want to show you one of the listings on my website, which is an enormous collection of documents from 1700s in France. There are 33 pages in total, and these are some of the originals from the documents that you will see in the listing. Now, I know there's nothing like holding the original documents in your hands, and I do have an Etsy store called Madame Melisande where you can buy some of the originals, and I'll put the link below. But for your journals, scrapbooks, pockets, other craft activities, mixed media projects, whatever they are, then I think printables are probably the way to go. So I want to take a look at this document in particular. It's been drawn up by a royal notaire. That's a little bit like a lawyer. They deal with official matters like inheritance, death, marriage, sales of property. And that's actually where we get the word notarized from. So this paper is from 1723, the 24th of August, 1723. So exactly 300 years ago. And it was drawn up for a Mademoiselle Françoise Debellay who lived in the village of Tizy all those years ago. Now at this time Louis XV was the King of France. He'd been king for only 8 years at this stage, but he was still only 13 years old, so he was quite young to be ruling a country on his own. Now on this particular document I love the black handwriting, which is actually still quite strong. I love the flourishes and the swirls. I love the blotches and the smudges. You can see the darker edges along here. You can see where it's been folded and where the water stains, the marks have stayed. And so these are obviously the originals. And this is a printout of the first page. Now, I don't have an amazing printer. I'm sure your printer is much better than mine. But you can see that it's been scanned exactly as is. You can print out on vellum, on your own handmade paper, on cardstock, whatever your purpose is. You can change the colors, you can add whatever you like to it. This is the, let's see, this is the second page. Let me just turn that. This is the second page here. You can, I must have scanned it like this, actually. So you can see the ink spot from the other page. You can see, the fold marks are the same, the ragged edges. You can see even there's a petit trou just here, little hole, which you can see here. The same sort of tear just here. And the third page, here's a printout of the third page. I love this ink spot just here. I love the little folds, the little tears just here. The signature, another little hole here. And the final page, sort of the cover page or the summary page if you like. So here is the printout. I love this D here to give the date. Another beautiful ink spot, big smudges, folded edges again. So as you can see, the printouts are really exactly like the originals. And so for this particular listing, there are 33 pages in total. Actually 36 pieces because there's a couple which have two small documents to a page. And you'll find them on my website, Vintage in History, with these and lots of other listings of antique and vintage French papers. So please go take a look. I'll put the link below. And donc bonne journée et à bientôt.